I didn't think this needed to be explained, but recent events on Facebook, Twitter, and elsewhere have demonstrated to me very clearly that a lot of people do not understand basic English and are willfully choosing to be ignorant and wrong for their own biased reasons. Exclusives. Simple concept, right? You can get this game on only one platform, it's an exclusive to that platform. Very simple, but over the last generation, we've been seeing the use of the term console exclusive or Microsoft exclusive and all of these other words that basically amount to multi-platform game. And I'm going to have to explain this very slowly. Even though I don't have a script, I'm going to try and be as thorough as possible because if I don't leave every stone unturned, one person will be like, oh, you didn't touch this specific example, so I can still continue to be wrong. So let's run through it. Now, if we just break down what exclusive means, it means only on one platform. It's very simple. Exclusive basically means only in this place, only on this thing. And if we apply it to games, we can just say it means it is only available on one platform. It's pretty simple, isn't it? If something is exclusive, it is only available on one platform, be it PC, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, 3DS, Vita, whatever. Now, if we look at multi-platform, now the fact that I have to explain this is a joke. Multi, more than one. Platform, as in PC, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U. So if multi means more than one, a game on two platforms, be it Xbox One and PC, or PS4 and PS3, or Wii U and 3DS, is a multi-platform game, right? Right? Oh, but wait, no it's not, because now we have to throw around the term console exclusive. Now, we have a few terms that we need to sort of discuss. There's the term Xbox and PlayStation exclusive that I don't like. But this is the kind of one where I could give some leeway, right? We're talking about a game that is only on an Xbox platform or only on a PlayStation platform, meaning for Xbox, it's only on Xbox One and Xbox 360, whereas on PlayStation, it would be only on PS4, PS3, or PS Vita in the case of games like MLB. I can very loosely allow this in certain instances. For example, when it comes to Nintendo, I wouldn't consider a game on Wii U and 3DS as the same game, because they're different versions of the game. But at the same time, I still think that's very loosely stretching the term exclusive, because it's still on two platforms. So in reality, it's a multi-platform game. And it really is as simple as that. If you don't need an Xbox One to play an Xbox One and Xbox 360 game, which you don't, then it's not an exclusive, just like it is with the PS4 and PS3. If we started to argue on the logic of that, then according to you people, that would mean that a remastered version of a PS3 or 360 game is therefore an exclusive to the new console. And that's ridiculous. So even with that, I can see where you're coming from, but no, still a multi-platform game, still on two platforms. Now we get to the good one. Oh, this is a console exclusive. The term console exclusive basically means it's on this console and PC. Now, the rationale behind this argument is this idea that the PC is completely distinct and separate from the consoles entirely. Now, while that's true to an extent in that the PC is different and basically better in every way, it's still a platform, right? It's still a gaming platform, no different than the consoles. It's different in its own respect in terms of what it can offer, the games that it has, and all of these things, but it's still a platform, just like that. So if it's still a platform, and a game is on Xbox One and PC, with the Xbox One being a platform, and the PC being a platform, we have two platforms. Two multi-platform. So simple! And yet, it needs to be explained, and people still argue otherwise. And now we've been seeing this especially, with Microsoft making this big push for, oh, this game is on Windows 10, we're starting to see this argument of, oh, well, it's still a Microsoft exclusive. The idea that you can only get it on Windows 10, you can't get it through Steam, therefore, it's not a PC release. I've seen this from certain people who I won't name on certain Facebook groups using the argument of, well, you can only get it on Windows 10, so therefore, such and such, then it's a Microsoft exclusive. This is so stupid. It doesn't matter what the OS is, okay? It doesn't matter what the OS is because it's still a PC OS. It's still part of the PC ecosystem. And the PC ecosystem, the PC platform, includes all of this. So even if it's only available through a certain service and it's only available on a certain operating system, it's still a PC game. And do you want to know why this argument is so stupid? No release now can you play it on Windows XP. So by this logic, oh, it's not a PC game, it's a Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10 exclusive. How? You see what happens as soon as you actually understand how PC gaming works, it all crumbles down. Microsoft do not own the PC. The PC is an open source platform, and to say that Microsoft owned the PC is ridiculous because the OS is but one of many components of a PC, and the OS is just as important as the CPU, the GPU, the RAM, and we don't say the PC belongs to Intel or Nvidia or AMD or Kingston. We don't say any of this stuff. You'd sound so dumb. The PC is an open source platform. It belongs to no one. Ergo, it cannot be a Microsoft exclusive simply because you're running it on a PC. Now, we also come into the discussion of timed exclusivity because we already know, right, that last year was not a good year for either of the consoles in terms of exclusives. The PS4 had a few, the Xbox One had about 2 if you get rid of Gears of War Ultimate, which is timed coming to the PC, and Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is coming to the PC this very month. The people included in there, the Xbox One lineup is better than the PS4, when they ignore the first 9 months, and there were only 2 if you actually look at it, but that's another rant for another day. But we keep seeing this idea that if it's timed, you can somehow ignore that it's coming to a platform later. See, I like to assume that gamers are patient, right? And this is not a bold assumption for me to make, because I've talked to tons of people who had the means to buy an Xbox One, but chose not to because they're either waiting for it to come to the PC or the PS4, not just in terms of Rise of the Tomb Raider, but with many of their games, highlighting a huge problem with Microsoft's current PR when it comes to their games. This idea that you don't have to buy an Xbox to play their games because people always assume that that game will come to PC anyway, even when it may not. But again, that's also another rant for another day. Now, if you're going to try and sit there and say, well, this game had 2 months of exclusivity, therefore it is an exclusive to this console, that's pretty ridiculous too. Because it's not. It's just a staggered release. But it's exclusive for those 2 months. But then after that, it's going to be multi-platform. So what are you even talking about? I want to just say this, right? In terms of this idea of a console exclusive game. The idea that a game on 2 platforms is a console exclusive simply because of what platform it's on compared to the PC is pretty stupid if you ask me, because someone would sound pretty dumb if they were to talk about a game that's on PS4 and Xbox One and say, well, it's a PS4 and Xbox One exclusive. How stupid would that sound? It's the same thing. It is the exact same kind of line of reasoning. The reason why people think this way is because they have a very narrow perspective on gaming. To them, it's PlayStation and Xbox. That's it. And you see it all the time. We've seen it with so many people, including people with YouTube channels, who ignore the Wii U, who ignore the PC, and who ignore basically the majority of gaming. If we look at the PC market, since there are so many people on PC, it's just ignored for the stupidest reasons. Oh, and here was the best argument as well. I had someone tell me this yesterday, a guy on Twitter, who guaranteed will comment on this video, who was trying to tell me that as long as someone enjoys something on whatever platform they want, they can ignore what other platforms it's on. To which I responded that by that logic, I could claim that a game was a PC exclusive because it's on Xbox and PC or PlayStation and PC, and be like, well, I enjoyed it on my PC, so it's a PC exclusive. In terms of games like Rocket League or the forthcoming Street Fighter V or Halo Wars 2. Look, all this tells me, this entire ridiculous line of reasoning, that by now, if you don't understand is wrong, you're a lost cause. But all of this just shows me that the state of gaming on the consoles is not looking good, because we can count the number of games releasing on these platforms most of these years on a mutilated hand, to the point that you've got people trying to stretch out a list of games so much by using the line of it's a timed exclusive or it's a console exclusive and all this other nonsense. I mean, come on, you have professional journalists sat here saying that there are like 13 games coming to the Xbox One when there are now 3 that are actually only available on Xbox One. Same thing happening on the PS4. People counting Street Fighter V as a PlayStation exclusive. This is a sad state of gaming. This is a bad way to start the year. It's frustrating. You try all this time to just explain the basics to people, but they choose to ignore it because they don't want to hear it. They don't care what reality is. They just want to feel good about their own purchase. And for some reason, they can't do that while being realistic about reality. I'm okay with buying a Wii U, but I'm not going to lie about the fact that it's ridiculous that there's no third-party support, that we haven't seen certain games. I'm not going to do that just because I like the system. I wouldn't do the same thing for the Xbox, which I do like in spite of public opinion, or the PlayStation. And for the few negatives that the PC has, I don't ignore them just because it's my preference. This is what happens when you allow your preference to get in the way of facts. You start saying stupid things like this idea that a game on 2 or even 3 platforms is an exclusive to one platform, ignoring the very definitions of words, rewriting the English dictionary because you can't accept reality. The simplest way that I can break it down is this. Do I need an Xbox One to play Halo Wars 2? No? Then it's not an exclusive. Do I need a PS4 to play Street Fighter V? No? Then it isn't an exclusive. Conversely, do I need a PlayStation 4 to play Uncharted 4? Is there any other way of playing Uncharted 4 without a PlayStation 4? No, there isn't. I need a PS4 to play Uncharted 4. Therefore, it's an exclusive. Do I need an Xbox One to play Halo 5? Yes, therefore it's an exclusive. Do I need a Wii U to play Zelda? Yes, it's an exclusive. It's really that simple. It is so simple. Seriously, pull your heads out of your asses.